Hi, and welcome to this presentation of Usborne Books and More. My name is Rosalia Roger, and I'm an independent education consultant with Usborne Books. I wanted to give you an insight of why Usborne is so meaningful to me and my family. It started 4 years ago when we came to visit my husband who was working in Lincoln, Nebraska. We went to the Lancaster County Fair, and something that I didn't expect were the beautiful, bright books from Usborne Books. What we thought was going to be a 15-minute look and see ended up being an hour and a half of reading and just falling in love with the books. And I'll tell you why. When we were there, I was able to see and feel and understand how Usborne can be so beneficial for my family. So what happened is I ended up signing up as a consultant. Not to sell though. It was more to keep the books for me and my family and to get them at cost. Because something about me, I love my family, especially my kids. I have 5 wonderful, beautiful, and awesome kids. And each one of them learns in their own special way. This happened to be found out 10 years ago. My son Samuel, when he was in preschool, was classified as a delayed learner with dyslexia. Now this came to me as such a shock, but was even more was that I knew I couldn't give him the best at the time. And I wanted to give him the best. I had the education and the experience. So me and my husband decided that it would be better for me to go back to school. And I went to get my master's in education with an emphasis in curriculum and instruction. The reason why I chose this was because I wanted to understand what was being taught and how it was going to be taught to my son. I wanted to be able to provide him the additional help he may have needed. And it did work, because when my other son, Gabriel, started school, he also suffered from another different type of disability. Well, I don't really call it a disability. I call it an ability. He was classified with high functioning autism and to the borderline of Asperger's. Now, with someone like me, I didn't see it as something that would be difficult to help him learn and use his skills to learn in his own way. And that was the whole point. I found out through all my teaching and schooling that every child learns individually. And sometimes in a regular classroom setting, that's not possible. Some kids get left behind, and that's not something parents want to see. And since my kids were the most important thing to me, my husband and I decided to pull our children out and homeschool them. And I didn't homeschool them because I thought I could do better. It's because I wanted them to have an experience, an educational experience that would give them so many more opportunities. And in the 7 years that we've been doing it, I have seen a huge advantage. Now, I know most of you may not homeschool, but I know everyone feels with a child, you want to provide them the best. And sometimes we don't have the means for it, and it's understandable. But you can still do that, especially for their education. And one way is through these wonderful books. Like I said, I started this journey 4 years ago, but I didn't start selling Usborne books 4 years ago. I don't believe in selling the books. I believe in giving parents, grandparents, teachers, educators, and anyone who affects a child's life the ability to give them the best educational experience. And what better gift is my knowledge and understanding. I can only recommend things for you and help you on your journey, because everyone's journey is different. My experiences are unique, and I know everyone has their own unique situations. In the 7 years that I've been homeschooling my kids, my oldest is now attending the University of Nebraska Independent High School. What does that mean? He pretty much goes to a pre-college program as an independent high schooler. and he is doing fantastic. My other son, who had dyslexia, well, you can find him usually blogging or doing book reviews for me. And what's amazing is this kid cannot stop with a book in his hand. He loves robotics and programming, and nothing gets in his way. My son, who was classified as autistic, Gabriel, he sees himself as a unique kind. Like he told me and his dad one day, I am what you consider Google, and everyone else is running on Internet Explorer. So yeah, he totally knows what he's doing. And what's amazing is he loves Lego. Lego and building and history. And one thing I love about Usborne is that it has opened his eyes to more history than I have ever possibly can give him. And it has brought in him to even do more research on his own. My daughter Michaela, she is a bright, shining star. In Girl Scouts, she is so confident and motivated, and she loves art, and she loves using Usborne's art books just to expand and learn from the greats. And of course is my little Josie. Josie is a kindergarten, bright and rambunctious, and she is just a sponge. She loves learning, she loves reading, and she loves it when I bring new books to her. And that's the best thing about Usborne, is that you don't do it for selling. You do it because of the love of books and what a book does for a child. It opens doors, it opens opportunities, it opens worlds that they didn't know. And I'm all about different brands. But when it comes to books, I think books are unlimited. Children shouldn't just be geared into one way. Because like I said, learning is in different ways. And every child learns a different way. I hope this video helps you. And if you need any help, if you want any recommendations, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about Usborne, don't hesitate to email me. You can find me at madbooksinwonderland.com. That's where you can find all my beautiful books and all these. And yes, these are all the books that I have collected in 4 years. And it doesn't look like a lot, but this is only half of them. So I hope this helps you. You have a great day, and thank you again.